Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rico back at it again. I apologize, man. I was supposed to be on at 7 o'clock, but you know, black folks sometimes we're late. But in this case, man, my Wi-Fi started messing up out of nowhere. I'm usually legit, but here we are. I appreciate it. I'm a little earlier than I normally am, and I like it around this time. I got way more damn energy to bring it to you like I always do. So for those that are joining us on the Twitter, for those that are joining us on Facebook, for those that are joining us on IG, for those that are joining us on YouTube, Facebook, the whole shebang, what it do? What's happening, everybody? And welcome to the Buffalo Fanatics. I don't even know what I am, man. Am I a podcast? Am I a vlogger? I don't know what you want to call it, but I bring it. that's all I can tell you. So, you know how I do, man. I got to give a shout out to everybody that's in the room today. So what's up with my guy, Carson Bills, Muhammad A, what it do? Bills guys in the building, what up? Yeah, finally, right? I know, right? Kathy Barty, me, my girl from Ottawa. You know how we do. We got to give a shout out to my guy, Big Trust. Ravens in the building. I see you, man. Big Trust. F the Jets is here. I see you. You're showing a little bit of support to the Buffalo Fanatics. I got you. But I like that. Yo, you're gonna get Jets fans mad at you, man, with that name, man. You're gonna make them upset. So how is everybody doing today, man? What are we talking about today? My guy Nicholas Evans wants to get right to the shits. Just not yet. What I wanted to do was I had a special guest lined up, man, and it was my brother. And for those, I brought my brother once on, and it's by phone call, and I was trolling him after we beat the Dallas Cowboys. If you guys remember that show, he was not pleased, right? He tried to be super cool on the phone and stuff, and he knows I'm a big troll, so I tried to troll his ass, but he wasn't having it. But we got into a very interesting conversation yesterday, a very interesting conversation, and it's just so happens, no cap. It just so happens it seems to be the chatter that's happening right now, or it's the beginning of the chatter that's happening right now. But we're going to get into that because I'm going to bring up what he brought up. I'm going to try to remember what, because we spoke for like an hour and a half, man. So we spoke a lot, and we go back and forth with one another. But I think it's going to be for an interesting show, and I'm really looking forward to how you guys perceive and how you guys take in what my brother had to say about the Bills. He's a Cowboys fan, right? So he's got no investment in, trying to, butter the Bills up. None whatsoever. None whatsoever, especially after we waxed that ass, in last season. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Kenobi, what's going on, man? What's going on, my guy? Keep doing my thing. Yeah, I'm gonna try to, man. I'm gonna try to at least try to do that. But before I even continue, I've got to give a shout out to my team. I got to give a shout out to the Buffalo Fanatics. We have a big team, man, and I can't be more excited and more proud of what we've done. We've kind of turned things around and brought on some really good talent onto the Buffalo Fanatics, and I'm really proud of this squad, man. So I got to give a shout out to some of the guys, man. Some guys have been putting that work in. I got to give a shout out to my guys, the Bills guys. Those boys been putting in work, and you guys have been seeing them pretty mugs on Buffalo Fanatics. So y'all got to show them some love, man. Oh shoot, my brother's calling me right now. Hold on, Johnny.
Yo,
Are you in or not? Because I can put you in.
you already doing stars.
I'm doing it right now. You give me the word, I'm gonna put you in.
No, next time.
Oh, you suck, man. All right. I'm gonna hit you back because I'm on live right now. So I'm gonna hit you later. All right, peace.
Goodbye.
Oh, I wanted to roast his ass, boy. I was excited for it, man, because we go at it. But anyway, I got to give a big shout out to my guys, the Bills guys, man. They've been putting in a lot of work. You've been seeing their pretty faces on the Buffalo Fanatics YouTube page. They've been doing their thing and getting a lot of traction, right? The amount of content these guys put out, A1. Got to give it to them. So the Bills guys, Tilt Money. And my guy Steve Mathis, man. My guy Steve Mathis has been showing off the flocks, right? The lettuce. He's doing it right now. Give a shout out to my guy, Joe Miller. The best podcast voice in the game. I've been complimented on my voice. My voice is nice and deep, right? But Joe Miller? Yo, my man is smooth on the mic. He's a professional. He's nice on the mic. I listen, man. You're legit. And his podcast is legit. It's the Overreaction Podcast. Tune in, man. He gives you great insight. So shout out to my guy, Joe Miller. I got to keep going down the list. My guy, Jay Spence. Jay Spence the King. Hefe. He's got the Code of Conduct podcast that's out right now, and he's putting a lot of work right now, man. He's got 3 episodes already out. My man's just putting in that work. I mean, we got the team is growing, people. The team is growing. We got Adam and Nate with the NFL Basement. We got Casey Ree with the Buff City Podcast. You trying to make some bets? You know what I'm saying? You trying to put some bets in? Hit my guy Casey, man. He'll put you in. He'll give you that Southern twang. He'll put that on you, right? We got Clay in the building. Clay Troya is our guy that gives us the film breakdown. Anything that we need in terms of film, he's gonna be putting it down. So be on the lookout for my guy Clay. And then we got the Bills Overdue podcast. Boy, stop playing, man. The Buffalo Fanatics Podcast Network, man. We putting in work. We're doing it. So I had to get that out of the way. I got to give a shout out to my team, man. That's the squad. You got to show love. And last but not least, Buffalo versus everybody. Remember how we retired that shirt? It is back. And right now, we actually teamed up with Buffalogo, buffalogo.com, right? Hit up the buffalogo.com and you will get the Buffalo versus everybody shirts back at it again. And it's locally in Buffalo. Yo, you can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. So now that's out the way. We got the business out of the way, and I got to give a shout out to each and every one of you guys tuned in right now. There's 47 people. That's cool. We're going to let that rock, and we're going to get into it. So right now I wanted to touch on, it's the Rico Report. David Jones, you back at it. You know what? It's the Rico Report. Let's go, man. It's the Rico Report. We back at it. David Jones, I see you, bro. I see you. Listen, man, I got to give a shout out to you. Man. The Rico Report. I think you came up with that last time, and I was like, yo, I kind of like that. So it's definitely up in the running. It's definitely up in the running. I see you, Sterling. Shout out to my guy Sterling. In his podcast, they did their thing together with the Bills guys. Sterling, man, you did a great job, man. Great job. Keep tuning in, man. We're gonna have to mess around with each other. So let's get to it. Expectations for the Buffalo Bills. Expectations. Now, it goes. I don't even know where. I don't know where to begin with how I want to jump into this, right? So I might as well jump into it with the conversation that my brother and I were having. Okay, so we get to talking, right? I'm in the middle of playing Call of Duty at this point, right? Plunder was back on, so I was happy about it. So I mean, they pissed me off when they took Plunder off. I can't do Battle Royale. I can't do it. It's just not for me. Plunder is where it's at. Anyway, so we talking. And I'm playing and I'm listening. I'm talking to him. We're just chopping it up. And then he starts talking about like quarterbacks. And we're talking about Tom Brady. And and the New England Patriots. And he says, hey, man, your team should be, making that playoffs no problem this year. And I was like, I agree with him. I was like, yeah, we good. And furthermore, y'all should be taking the AFC East with no problem because Tom Brady's gone and that should be yours. Typically, a Bills fan should say, yeah, we got this. Like, we've been wanting that. First and foremost, we have been wanting to take number 1 spot for the longest time. But there's 2 people that keep getting in our damn way, and that's Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. But now one of them is gone. Now, the debate that my brother and I had long ago was which one of the 2 between Belichick and Tom Brady deserves the credit for the success that the Patriots have had over this long stretch of W's over the AFC East and the rest of the league. And I stuck with Tom Brady. I said Tom Brady is what makes everything go. And his argument was it was Bill Belichick. It's the mind. He's the one that makes everything roll. And I was like, yeah, but Tom Brady is the one that makes everything go on the field. So we started going back and forth, and this was like months ago. We started talking about this, right? So tell your bro, get 11 and 13 wins this year. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. So we go back and forth, right? So now he brings that up again, and he says, hey, you guys should be able to take the AFC East. So my comment was, well, I mean, we should, but at the end of the day, it still runs through Bill Belichick and the Patriots. That's facts. You got 6 championships, a billion of them, you know what I mean? It feels like a whole bunch, but you've got, 6 championships with the Patriots. I don't care if Tom Brady left. We still have to take the top team in the AFC East, and that's the Patriots. And he's like, see, that's the type of loser talk that tells me that you're not confident in your team. So now I'm like, whoa, because I'm being a realist and saying, hey, it doesn't matter who left all the way. It does matter a little bit, but at the end of the day, I still have to be able to take down the AFC East champs in the Patriots. And guess what? Bill Belichick is still there. And then he says, "Oh, now you're trying to switch back. Remember, you were saying it's Tom Brady, and now you're switching that it's Bill Belichick." I was like, completely different. I still feel the same way, but Bill Belichick is still Bill Belichick. You got to put respect on this man's name. You don't think he's gonna come with it? You don't think that he's going to scheme things for it to happen? That's Bill Belichick. You still got to put respect on the man's name. And you got Kraft. You got a great organization. So he tries to call me out like I'm wavering back and forth. So we start talking, and he goes, "You know what?" And this is what got me. He says, "You know what? It really doesn't matter anyway because your coach is nothing special." And I was like, "Whoa, hold on a second. Oh, maybe he's talking about my offensive coordinator, in Brian Dable." So I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "McDermott." I was like, "What about him?" He's like, "Yo, if your team doesn't do well," and this is where it all stemmed from. He says, "If your team does not do well, I'll be looking at your head coach." To what? Yo, he needs to get fired. Oh, you want to fire the coach that has gotten us to 2 out of 3 playoffs. We have made the playoffs in 17 damn years. He comes in 3 years. He brings us to the playoffs twice. And you want to talk about getting him fired? I'm like, before I jump down your throat and, give you the business, you have to explain yourself. Right? And it would have been so much better if he were here to explain it himself. And I'm still going to get him on the show at one point, and he's going to have to face the people. Right? So as he's talking and I'm listening to him, I'm trying to just be objective and just listen to his points. And I'm paraphrasing it because there was an hour and a half of chatter. Pretty much he's saying is that, listen, McDermott has come on, although that he's a good coach and he's made your defense really good, but your quarterback isn't anything special. And if you're not showing me any confidence that you guys can take the AFC East, then it tells me that you're not confident in not only your quarterback, but also your coach. And he's like, and if he doesn't get your team over the hump, making the playoffs and actually getting beyond that, you should start looking at your head coach and getting a new coach. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, yo, okay, you're on drugs. I don't know what drugs you're on, but whatever it is, get off of it. Wean yourself off, do something, get help. Right? He's like, no, I'm being for real. Think about it. What happens to coaches that they make a big investment into a key player and the key player doesn't pan out? Who do you think they look at? Immediately, I'm like, well, they look at the offensive coordinator. That's always the scapegoat. The scapegoat is always the offensive coordinator. And y'all know, it's been documented, I've been on Dable's ass since the beginning. I only eased off last year because I started to see some good things. But those good things happened because of some weapons that we've added. Okay? So, going back, he goes, usually it goes to the head coach. They always look at the head coach. Before they let any players go, they go to the head coach. He's right with that. But I'm like, but fire him? The guy that's had this defense, a top 5 defense, and I'm being modest when I say this, a top 5 defense the last 3 years, you want to fire that? He's a defensive coach. His unit has been excelling. Now, the quarterback play is up for discussion. There are some people that are on board with Josh Allen. He is the future. There are some people that are reserved. They're holding their reservations for Josh Allen because this is a big year coming. So now, and that was the summary of our conversation. So they got me thinking to myself. I'm like, okay, the expectations for this team. What are the expectations for this team? Hold on a second here. I want to take some of your, as I'm going, I apologize. I want to take some of your stuff here. It's time that we start a new era of winning football here in Buffalo. That's from Martin Bradstreet. It's time for a new legacy with some of the wonderful players we have now. The pieces are in place for now, for the execution. Absolutely. I'm on board with you. All right. Anthony Lanucci. Bing squad. You know what it is, man. What's going on? So now the expectation is what I'm sitting here thinking about. What are we expected to do this year? Are we actually expected to win the AFC East? Let's really think about it, right? And I'm breaking down state of the AFC East. I already did the Jets. Miami Dolphins are next. I just haven't had the chance to really dive into it, but I'm going to be doing it very shortly, and then we'll be able to kind of figure out where we stand in the AFC East. So, somebody said, bring back Nate Peterman. Y'all know it's been a while since I said Nate Peterman's name. Thank you, Brian Allen. You let me say it. Nate Peterman. So, bing, biggity, bing. You guys know what it is. Anyway, so with Josh Allen, the expectations are extremely high for him. Extremely high. Going into year 3, you've got a whole bunch of weapons that are to your disposal. You've got a bona fide number 1 receiver. You've got a 2-headed monster in the backfield in Devin Singletary and Moss. It's the Moss and Motor show. You got a tight end that's promising in Dawson Knox. So, and the O-line is pretty much have come back together, and they're going to be together again for a second straight year with Ford on the outside. We brought back Spain. And we got our center. I mean, there's a whole lot of continuity with this Bills team. I cannot see why Josh Allen won't have any success. It'd be an utter disappointment if he were to take several steps back. I can't see that happening. But the question was, if Josh Allen doesn't succeed, and this is coming from my brother, if he doesn't succeed, you've got to shake things up. But my thing is, do you have to shake things up? Because when you do shake things up, that's when you start messing with things that are good. Let's go back to 2014. We had a solid 4-3 defense, right? Schwartz was running things. He had that defense humming. That defense was solid, right? Then we bring in Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan has a reputation in the league. You know what I'm saying? He's had some success. Ravens, the Jets, right? So we bring him in. Completely messes up the continuity that we have. Completely messes up the feng shui that we had with that defense. And then we took steps back, messing with something that was solid. So now in this case, if something were to go awry with the play of Josh Allen, do you necessarily have to shake things up, or do you just focus on the core position of quarterback? Now, typically, you're going to go to the coaching staff before you go to player. That's just what it is. You want to give these players an opportunity. I think Josh Allen's ceiling is quite high. He's only going to get better. But if someone is going to take the hit, I don't think it's going to be McDermott whatsoever. Although he is the head coach, he's the one that leads these men, I don't see it being McDermott. To me, the most pressure, the absolute most pressure this year is on Brian Daboll. Guess what, Mr. Daboll? I'm back on that ass. Because right now, you have at your disposal the best offense we have had since the 90s. Think about that. That's 30 plus years, man. Almost. That's 30 years. We'll call it 30. You have the best offense that this team has put together since the 90s. Don't play games, man. You have an opportunity to really take this team beyond the first round of the playoffs. You know the defense is going to be ready and they're going to be humming. It's this offense that needs to get going. And there will be no damn excuses for Brian Daboll. This can't be. I gave love to Brian Daboll because we saw some improvements with what he was working with. Granted, 2018 wasn't great. We had the likes of Kelvin Biscuit, Benjamin. You had the likes of Andre Holmes, Jeremy Curley, bum after bum after bum, right? Zay Jones was part of that crew. We thought we had something. Not even close, right? So how do you expect anybody to work with that crew, including Nate Peterman? I had to say that. Just for those that just love Nate Peterman. So I'll give you that pass. You come into the second year, you kind of improve a little bit. Okay. So now it's go time. No more games. It's time to get going. Sterling. Oh, damn. Give it to him. Daboll gets too cute. Houston shows the entire story. You already know, Sterls. I'm going to call you Sterls. You already know. Daboll got too cute during the season. Sometimes, man, just when you just taking over, just take over, man. Just do what you do best and just, you know what I mean? Get going. Don't try to get cute and start doing little things, man. That's what backfires on us, right? Remember to the point where Dable was up in the booth, wasn't working. Then he had to bring his big old butt down to the field and get going. So now this year is the year. No more games, no more excuses, man. Sometimes I feel I'm ahead of my time a little bit because 2 years ago, I think it was with the Tyrod. Was it the year after Tyrod or the year with Tyrod? I was on that no excuses. No more excuses. We back on that now. No more excuses. We can't take that no more, man. We have a team that can literally take us to the Super Bowl. We do. We do. All my guy, Josh Allen, has to do is just play loose. No tightness, no nerves. Play loose, man. Because we know when he plays loose and he's nice with it, you're not messing with him. You're not messing with him. Because when you think he's going to air it out, he'll truck your ass. When you think he's going to take off, plant that, boom. We just have to work on that damn deep ball. That deep ball is a necessity. I'm telling you that right now. And before I get into that, let me give a shout out to my guy, Bills Fan 1970. Ain't gonna be no excuses, Rico. You damn skippy. That being said, I'm thinking Josh will be better. I agree. McDermott is safe for sure. If Dable is worth his salt, we'll be top 10. Ooh, Bills Fan 1970. If he's worth his salt, top 10. We haven't been a top 10 offense in such a long time. Can we get to top 15? Can we do that first? Let's do that. Let's get top 15 before we talk about top 10. But we have all the makings of being close. But when you rank bottom 25 to 30 in passing, ladies and gentlemen, this is a passing league. You can't play that game. You can't get too cute. I'm telling you. Now if I'm BSing, let me know. Let me know. But we have the potential to be a fantastic team. Everything's in place. We got a fantastic safety tandem in Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. We've got great backups in Jaquan Johnson, right? We even brought in a veteran in corner in Josh Norman, which I think is going to have a solid year. He's going to have a solid year, and that's my opinion, right? We already know who's on the other side. Trey White. Don't play games, man. He's going to white you out. He's going to white you out, man. It's the whiteout season. Ooh, did I come up with something? The whiteout season? Ain't nobody catching balls this year, man. That safety tandem is going to be over top. And if we have to share a little love and bring a little help over to Josh Norman, you know what I mean? But I feel that he'll be just fine. Linebacking crew's ready. Primed and ready, Tremaine Edmonds. Stop playing games, man. Where's my jersey at? Oh, I want to show him love. We're not here for the excuses this year. And the microscope will definitely be on offensive coordinator Brian Dable. And I'd hate to see it because you have Brian Dable that's been sitting with this same quarterback his whole career, which is fantastic. That's what you want. You want that continuity. I keep saying the word continuity, right? But that is necessary. It's necessary that we got to talk about it. Now, I'm going to get back into this topic. I'm going to take some of your questions. And when I do, bring it. I'm looking for stuff that's legit. And if you want to show a little love, by all means, get on your Twitter fingers and show a little love, man. Like my man, Sunachin. Agreed. He knows your boy's talking that truth. I'm talking that truth. Right now, the biggest pressure is on Dable, and it's not like it's like not obvious. It's obvious. But like I need to magnify that thing right now because it would be an epic disappointment if this team doesn't come out killing the game. We got to. You can't ask for any better. You've removed the best quarterback in the game in Tom Brady, the motivated Tom Brady. You have a young team, a motivated team by that, in the Miami Dolphins. Yo, Flores put a good damn team together. I'm actually, I don't want to say afraid, but I'm my eyes are open on the Miami Dolphins, and the Jets definitely improved. For sure, this is gonna be a battle. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be a battle this year. So this is why Dable has to come with it. Has to. You get too cute, man. It's over with. Brian Allen, do you think bringing Cam as a backup would hurt Josh's confidence? If you're a competitor, you don't care who comes in. You don't. You don't care who comes in. Now, does that send a message? Absolutely. It sends a message. You know what I'm saying? But it sends a message to Barkley. It sends a message to Mr. Elite Fromm. And I don't mean that by the player being elite. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then you got Coach Davis Webb. So it'd be a no-brainer to bring the better quarterback in. Does it hurt his chances? Does it hurt Allen? Or does it make him better? Competition, man. You always hear McDermott preach about competition. Competition. He's never going to rest on that. Tell that right now. Judge Mathis, 16-0. Have you been drinking the Pierre Kool-Aid? I mean, we have the opportunity to do it. We do have the opportunity to do it. Jimmy Johnson, over under. Josh Allen, 4,000 yards passing. Josh Allen, 4,000 yards passing. So I'm no mathematician. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to crack open the old cell phone. Okay? And let's find out what that gives us. Because 4,000 yards is nothing crazy, especially in a league like this that we're in. Yo, that's only 250 yards a game. 250 yards a game. Bro, when you have an elite receiver in Diggs alone should get you 1,000 yards. 1,000 to 1,400 yards. Diggs should be able to get you that because he's that guy. He is that guy. Hell, you gave a second-tier receiver compared to Diggs and John Brown 1,000 yards last year. You can't squeeze another 500 yards, 400 to 500 yards. Yo, 250 yards should be the base. Enough of these 3,000-yard seasons. I'm done with that. You're a quarterback. Air it out. Throw the damn ball. But when Dable keep calling these cute-ass plays, you know what I mean? 3rd and 17, draw. I'm exaggerating, but y'all catch what I'm saying. We can't get cute like that. We can't. 4,000 yards is a base. That's what he should be doing that in his sleep this year. 250 yards? That ain't shit. It's 4,000 yards. Should be able to get that. Diggs alone should help you there. Then you got John Brown. Then you got Cole Beasley. Then you got Dawson Knox. Come on, man. Devin Singletary. Zach Moss. Patrick DeMarco. You're going to send him deep. You might as well use him, right? I'm not going to let it rest, man. Gilliam could make that squad. Yo, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Vincent Greer. 14-2. 1975, 45 years strong. Oh, I'm 50. Hey, man. It's been a while. Our linebackers are solid, Brian Adams. I call you Brian Adams. Brian Allen. Norman worked with McDermott before. He's solid. Of course I know that, boy. A lot of people weren't too happy about it when we signed him. What? You signed Josh Norman. Why would you do that? The last 4 years, he was, round. Okay, we get it. You don't think he's motivated to end his career at least on a high note? Come on, man. Scott F. The planned kneeling is too much for distraction on my time that I pay for. NFL apparently didn't learn a lesson last time when the revenue plummeted. Scott F., what in the F is wrong with you? Oh, you best believe this season goes down, you're going to see a whole bunch of kneeling. And if you don't like it, you can go and watch something else. And there ain't going to be much on. So you're going to have to get used to those kneelings. 2 knees if we have to. Pause. Maybe just one. Mitch K. Offense also needs Dawson Knox to take the next step. Dawson Knox must absolutely take a next step. And I'll go even further than that. I think Dawson Knox he's going to be the 2nd to 3rd best receiver on our team this year. I really want to give him the 2nd one. You know what? I'm going to be bold. He's going to be the 2nd best receiver on our team behind Diggs. It's going to be Diggs, Knox. It's a Diggs-Knox show. I think those are going to be the 1-2 punch. I think there's going to be a newfound confidence in Dawson Knox. He was coming on very strong. And there was a lot of chemistry building near the end of the season between Allen and Knox. And I think it's only going to get better. Now, what really is disappointing is this whole situation that we're in right now. Because we're not able to get together. All this virtual stuff is happening. It's cool. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? But you really need to get together. And that's why the leadership in Josh Allen going to Florida and getting these guys together is fantastic. I love it. It shows that these guys are ready to go. Ready to go. You think Jamal Adams leaving the Jets changes the division as well? You damn right. If anybody tells, like, Jamal Adams is a baller. That boy can play. And if they get rid of him, now, although they did, I think the Ashton Davis. They did bring in Ashton Davis, and they got Mays over there as the safeties over there. But Adams is legit. He can play. He can play inside the box, outside the box. Like, he's just a baller. He can play. And if he leaves the division, hey, more power to the Bills. More power to the Bills. Tom Winner. When will it be enough kneeling? Unless you do more than kneel. Okay, listen, man. These guys are going to protest the way they want to protest. Simple as that. If it's a kneel, they're going to kneel. They want to lock arms, lock arms. But like right now, people that are against that, turn the channel. Go watch NASCAR. If Singletary and Moss combo is as good as we hope, is 300-yard game, passing game something we worry about? I mean, if they can't stop the run game and we're just killing it and piling on them, why get cute and start passing it? Because we just need to. We want to pass and keep the balance. If they can't stop the run, you ever play Madden and there's that one sweep play that your opponent just cannot stop? You keep running it. You run it until he stops it. Period. And then when you're running it, you look over at him. And just press the button and go. You know what I'm saying? That's if that's the case. That's exactly how I look at it that way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If we running the ball down the Patriots' throats, we go for 600-yard rushing, then that's what we must do. You don't think my man's going to be happy? Josh Allen's going to be thrilled. Man, I don't got to air it out when we killing the Patriots. We got like 400 yards rushing. Yo, let me in on this action. But there's going to come a time when we scheme to stop the run. Someone's going to scheme to stop the run, and they find the formula. This is where we're going to depend on Josh Allen to do the damn thing. Now, I want to get to another point. I'm not an expert in this topic whatsoever. But I'll touch on it. I will touch on it. So this chatter right now with the Pagulas, right? And right now they're not looking so favorable, I suppose, because of the decision making they're making with the damn Sabres. And I can't believe I'm even talking this, but I'm going to try to tie it in as best I can. Okay? Yo, my guy Jeremy Cargazar says, yo, stretch runs in Madden 2020 are the shit until they put that nice defense on you. And it's over with. Now you're going to have to change it up. Change that thing up. So, somebody said, I disagree, my guy. I think John Brown will be second leading. How can these guys be so disconnected to the suffering of one portion of our society? Vince agree. I don't know, man. I have no idea. Hey, Rico, what's OJ's favorite run play? I don't know. Say something clever. I don't know. So, now, I want to bring this up. We were talking about the pressure on the team, and I brought up the Sabres, but I'm going to try to tie it in. So I'm seeing and reading all this stuff on our owner in Terry Pegula and what he's doing with the Sabres, and a lot of people are not happy about it because he just Borderell or whoever the GM was before wasn't doing it, so they got rid of him, and he just started laying a whole bunch of people off. Okay. They brought in some new guy. And a lot of people might think that the way things are being run right now with the Sabres, could it trickle in and make its way to the Bills? It's a legitimate question. Because he owns both teams, right? But most people will say, whoa, that's completely different. That's the Sabres, right? They're dysfunctional. They don't got their ish together yet. But then the Bills are fine. So don't even try to correlate the two. It just doesn't work that way. Cool. I get that part. So remember when we had Rex Ryan on the squad, and apparently the Pagulas got very much involved in bringing the Mr. Rex Ryan to the squad because they got involved, right? And that didn't work out well for us. I'm not gonna get into the details, but we just know how it ended up, right? So the Pagulas are like, all right, man, Whaley, you hire the coach. You go and do the search, and you go handle your business and get the coach for us. He brings in McDermott, right? Then they get rid of Whaley 3 months later. Gone. See you later. So the Pagulas now asked around to say, okay, who's the best candidate for this job, this, that, and the third, and they bring in Bean. Bean is known to be a numbers guy, known to being around the league a long time, just knows what he's doing, and is very clear. Because when he took over, we were $50 million in the dead cap. 50 mil. $50 million. You want to know the second highest? Was the Dallas Cowboys at $25 million. We were terrible. Thank you, Mr. Whaley. I still respect you, but you killed us. But you had no choice. You have to pay these players to come to Buffalo because it's just not sexy to come to Buffalo. Now it is, right? Got some good management now. So when I'm looking at what McBean is doing together, McDermott and Bean, they've got this thing rolling really good. So I'm tying it back to what my brother said, right? And this is where the Sabres and all that stuff. I'm going to try to tie it all together. I'll do my very best. So he goes, Sabres could move to Quebec or something. Who said that? Carson Bills? Yeah, you can try them. You can try to bring them over here. We're trying to make them spruce them up a little bit. So that being said, so my brother brings up the point of, listen, if Josh Allen doesn't work out and is just, he regresses heavy, can't see it happening, but he regresses heavy, what do? Let's just say now you're putting the owner in a position, because owners have to make a decision, man. Yo, what the heck? I gave you guys the opportunity to kind of run things. You guys drafted a quarterback and it didn't work out, right? I can't see Pegula jumping in and making any decision. I think he's going to leave everything to Bean. But sometimes owners meddle in affairs, right? So what if he decides to jump in and say, all right, man, I got to make a decision. Yo, Bean, McDermott, what are y'all doing, man? Like, so does Pegula give them another opportunity as a tandem to go look for another quarterback, or does he have to shake up the room a little bit? I'm of the opinion he's going to let them do their thing. If Josh Allen doesn't seem to be the guy that pans out, go find me another quarterback, because we already have a very strong base around the team. Don't mess with the head coach. Don't mess with the GM. Don't mess with shit. Just let it rock. Y'all go find yourself another quarterback. Y'all saw the mistakes you made. Fix it and find the guy that is about winning, right? Get the quarterback that you need. And I have the utmost confidence in Bean. Legit. The Bills guys were talking about, yo, should we extend Bean? Hell yeah, we should. But when I hear my brother talk about, yo, but the coach, if they don't do well, it's got to fall on someone. And he's right. Usually it has to fall on someone. And I find it very interesting. So this is where I bring in the Sabres. I'm seeing all these movements, and I don't know hockey, so forgive me if I'm messing this up, but when I see all these things being shaken up and people aren't happy, and I'm like, wait a minute, he owns the Bills. I really hope he doesn't bring whatever mustiness that he's got over there to trickle over into my Bills. I really don't. Because if he does, you're gonna have a whole city not too pleased. I really hope it doesn't go that route. Right? But I find that very interesting. And I'm curious to see what your thoughts are, what your opinions are. I got my guy Chris saying JA17 improved from his first to second year immensely, and I expect the same thing for year 3. Absolutely. The pressure's gonna be on though, because you got a stacked receiving room. John Brown, Cole Beasley, Diggs, Knox, Croft. I mean, if he's healthy and if he does what he's supposed to do, man, oh man, oh man. And when I look at Carson, when Carson Bill says Sabres fans deserve so much more, I agree. And I don't even watch hockey. I don't do that. But when I see and hear you guys talk and see how disappointed you guys are, I'm like, boy, what is happening over there, man? Is he too involved? Is Pegula and them too involved? Because all I'm hearing is he's making decisions, and I'm like, ooh, you better not bring it over there. So then I'm like, okay, hold on a second. Did Pegula Did he get lucky? Did we get lucky in getting and landing McDermott? Because he said, yo, Whaley, you go find the coach. I got involved too much with the Rex Ryan thing. It's on you. Go find that coach. And I'll have the final say on this thing. And luckily for us, Whaley somehow found McDermott. And then they booted his ass. We're almost forever thankful to Whaley because he found McDermott. Because McDermott and Bean together, boy, that's a great tandem. And that's going to be like that forever, for a long time. With the way they're doing things now, $50 million they took over a team right now. Do you know what our dead cap? $1 million. $1 million. At 3 years. They shook things up. Get rid of Sammy Watkins, Marcel Darius, Ronald Darby. Yo, I mean, they shook things up. That's a great tandem. That's a great group. $50 million down to $1 million. Now, when I look at McDermott, love McDermott. I love everything about him. He's been consistent. He has been consistent. That boy, I was looking at old interviews when he just joined the team to now. He's been talking the same thing, and it hasn't wavered. It's been the same. But when I look at his record, 25-25, 0-2 in the playoffs. I gotta be real. This year you're gonna have to do better. We gotta get past that first round. We can't go 0-3. We can't. And I know how hard it is. Trust me. It's hard to get to the playoffs, man. But now they've made it a tiny bit easier. 7 teams getting in. Oh, we getting in. Now we got to get past the first round. And being 25-25 overall, 500, that's fine. You took over a team that was kind of buns. I get it. You've now got it to where you need it to be. This is where we need McDermott to go from here to here. Decision-making on the field, when to call for a red flag, challenge flag, all that good stuff, everything has to improve. This is a huge year. Huge year. D.W. Cromartie. It's not the question. It's not out of the question that J.A. regresses yet. It's not out of the question. There's no question about that. I agree. As much as we see so much improvement with this Bills team, we have so much more to go, so much room to grow. We haven't done anything yet. 9-7, squeaked into the playoffs. Squeaked in. Finished the drought. The drought is done, right? The year after that, 6-10. Obviously, it was Josh Allen's first year to take over. We get it. Right? Ends the year pretty strong. Robert Foster came on. We're like, okay, we got something. Last year, 10-6. Okay. So we're trending. But when you look at the whole thing overall, 25-25. It's a 500 coach. So we haven't done anything yet, but you can see it. It's just there. We just have to put everything together and execute. There's no more excuses now. No more excuses. Judge Mathis, GM was gored because he wouldn't hit his staff. Listen, man, I don't know what's going on with the Sabres, but that shit better not trickle over to the Bills. And I'm so glad that we have McDermott and Bean together, because I have a feeling that if Pegula wanted to come in and say, hey guys, here's what I was thinking. Close the door. You're not invited here. This is AB conversation. See yourself out. It's me and McDermott. Mr. Pegula, you listen to what we have to tell you, and at the end of the day, I just need your signature on what I'm bringing to you. But I don't need your input. You know what kills me? When we first got our GM, when we first got our owner, and he did his first press conference. A lot of people say first impressions are everything, right? It's true. My man comes to the podium with a little piece of booger hanging from his nose. Man, is that my owner? My owner couldn't even kind of clean himself up a little bit. Wifey couldn't say, hey, babe, hold on a second, man. Let me pull that out for you. Nope. Here he is on camera. I was like, man, if this ain't, all right, this is my owner. This is my owner. But damn, man. That stood out to me. It still to this day stands out to me. Still to this day. I laugh. What's my guy Judge Master saying? It won't be a problem. NFL is a moneymaker. NHL isn't. That's why he dictated firings to GM. Well, if that's the case, that's why I'm not going to touch too much on that, because I don't do hockey. That's not my thing. I see and read all the stuff. It's not my thing. But if that starts to trickle into the thing that I do care about, And that's the Buffalo Bills. That's when we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem. Straight up and down. Now, I started kind of looking into again what my brother was saying, right? And he was saying, yo, man, I'd be yo, if he doesn't come out and do well, yo, fire his ass. He's referring to McDermott. He's on crack. But I'm like, what coach has been out there that had the team playing well and they still fired him? Then I started kind of like, yo, who stands out to me immediately? Then I started thinking back to Jim Caldwell when he went to the Lions, right? Check this out. When Jim Caldwell went to the Lions in 2014, he went 11-5. First year to the playoffs. Comes to the first bang playoffs. They get beat by the Dallas Cowboys, I believe. It's like 24-20 or something like that. Okay. Second year, 7-9. Regress. Third year, 9-7. Playoffs. So it's 2 times to go to playoffs. In 2017, 9-7. Fired. Winning record, 36-28. Winning record. They got rid of him. So it's not insane for coaching to make for coaching changes to happen. I think that was a big mistake. But it's not insane for things to happen. It's clear right there. I cannot see Pagula jumping in and getting and muddying with the waters. Like, I just don't see it happening. But it's possible. Please, let's hockey talk. I'm with you, Nicholas. I'm done with that. So, that being said, the pressure is insurmountable this year, man. This is year 4 for head coach. We're going into year 4. We're going into year 3 with our franchise quarterback. I'll say it. With our franchise quarterback. A lot of pressure is on this man. But the most pressure right now sits on the shoulders of our offensive coordinator and Brian Daboll. They gave you premium groceries. They gave you some. I mean, let me put it this way. I don't know what kind of grocery stores you guys have over there, but for the Canadians that are in here, it's like, yo, I took you to Walmart to do your groceries in 2017, sorry, in 2018, because you had no choice. Money was tight, right? Now that you got money, I'm taking you to, the Provigos, the Metros, the Loblaws, the good stuff. So we gave him some premium groceries. Yo, you gotta make an epic meal. Yes, we have a tough schedule. We do. But when you look at when we play these teams, who the quarterback is and what kind of defense we're bringing to them and the additions that we've made, I'm very confident that we'll come out on top on a lot of these games. I don't like doing predictions, but my guy Kev did a prediction with me, last week? He has the Bills going 11-5. Was it 11-5? He's got the Bills going 11-5. It's possible, man. What's Tom Winter saying? Canada? We can't go there anymore. Yo, we ain't let you guys in, man. It's looking kind of looking kind of bleak. It's looking kind of bleak. We now shopping at Loblaws? I guess we are, brother. I guess we are. So my girl Kathy Barnaby says, not a franchise to me. After this year and doing great, then I will agree franchise. He's a franchise, man, when you want to believe it or not. Right now, he's got all the tools and all the makings of a franchise, right? So he's just got to put everything together. And we saw when he's on, he's on. Case in point, when you looked at the Dallas Cowboys game, did he not look like a franchise quarterback to you? He certainly did to me. So that gives me all the confidence in Josh Allen, man. But Daboll cannot bottle this guy up. He can't bottle this guy up, man. Listen, take the cap off. Okay? Let him breathe. Let him rip it, man. Let him do what he does. And it's going to help him so much because we have a guy that is a separator. He runs great routes. He can get downfield, and he brings a nastiness to him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can call him a diva all you want to, but he brings it. And what do you think that's going to do in the locker room? Now, John Brown's got to bring it. Cole Beasley's got to bring it. Dawson Knox got to bring it. The O-line has to bring it. Straight up. Speaking of O-line, I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow with my guy Jay Spence. I got a couple things that we're gonna try to bring up. Not guaranteeing it. We're gonna try to make it happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, I wanted to touch on the expectations the Bills have. The high expectations. Because I'm not taking no less. No less than 10 wins. You need to give me 10 wins. Straight up and down. Less than 10 wins is a disappointment. Disappointment. We have the defense in place. We have the units in place. We even improved on our special teams. We drafted a kicker in Tyler Bass. Come on, man. Stop playing games. Stop playing games, man. This is not the year to play games. This is all business, serious business. No more games. No more excuses. You have everything you need. The receiving room is stacked. Running back room stacked. O-line back together again. What more do you need? Tight end room stronger. Everyone is coming in healthy. Even Jason Kroom coming back healthy. My man Christopher says we got a nasty kicker. Hey, Hoshka's going to have some competition, man. It's his job to lose. Going to have some competition. I'm just saying, people. Knox definitely has to bring it. Oh, he knows. He knows he has to. Consistency needs to be there. No long ball, 23% over 20 yards. Girl, I know. That is what is going to allow us to see what Allen does this year. If he can hone in on connecting on these deep balls, his game jumps to another level. Because intermediate passes and short passes, he's already efficient doing those. He's very efficient. The numbers say it. But that deep ball eludes him. Don't know what it is, but it eludes him. So I'm hoping that we have such a chemistry between him and Diggs that no matter what, they're just on the same page. And that deep ball is working. But now that we have a run game that's going to make teams have to respect us, because Devin Singletary proved a lot last year. Little frame, 5'7", 5'8", just under 200 pounds. That boy's solid. I think he's over 200 pounds, 207. Excuse me. He's solid, man. And he will leave you in your dust. So, we nice. The running room is legit. Everybody stays healthy. We are going to be problematic. So, there is no reason that we can't have success this year. No reason. Can't. No more excuses. That's it. And if we start seeing some things faltering with the OC and quarterback, shake that up quick. Shake that up quick. Because it could go downhill quickly. We've seen that before. Remember in 2007? We started the season 5-1. Oh, did I think that we were going to the playoffs? We are going to the playoffs. We're 5-1? What? Let's go. We lost what? 7 games straight? 6 games straight? Hurts. We just couldn't get out of a spunk. So if we start seeing these funks, man, do something quick. We can't have that. We cannot. My guy Christopher Earl says, I hate that we're in the spotlight. They don't do good in the spotlight. Well, there's only one way to find out what we're about, man. We were in the spotlight against the Dallas Cowboys. And my man took a nice turkey leg out. Give me that. So I'm okay. I think we're ready for the spotlight. I think Josh Allen is okay with the spotlight. We just need everything to come together. This is the year for it to come together. 10 wins with the schedule is impressive. 10 wins is a minimum. We need 10 wins. We need 10 wins. That's it. Feel me what I'm saying? Michael Schultz says, first time seeing your show, I like your attitude and knowledge on the Bills. I appreciate it, my B. Appreciate that. I know a little bit. Tiny bit. Wait till the season starts. Turn it up. We in the offseason, man. I'm taking it easy. Nicholas Evans. You see that Adam Rank picked the Bills to go 9-7 and miss the playoffs, but picks the Steelers to go 13-3 and the first seed? Damn. 13-3 97? Man, the Roethlisberger effect? They really think that Roethlisberger is going to come back and it's going to be like just lights out again. And maybe it will be. But 97 for the Bills? I'm telling you right now, man. This can't happen. This cannot happen. Yo, Rico, with the talent that we have on this offense, I feel that it's a failure of Josh can't get 4,000 yards passing. He doesn't get 4,000. I mean, not that 4,000 yards is it's such a big feat. It's not. Dude, guys are raking in 5,000 easy. Back in the day, 5,000? 4,000 was like, okay, you're a passer. You're a passer. 4,000 now? Boy, you better stop. 3,000 just not going to cut it. Can't do it. Cannot. But the Cowboys game and the Steelers games, we killed it. Spotlight. When the light is bright, we doing it. I can't say that for my guy Nate Peterman. Can't do it. Pierre Kingpin, my guy. Diggs, 1,200 yards. Brown and Cole Beasley, 800 yards each. Knox, 600 yards. Moss, Devin, 400 yards total. Receiving 4 to 5, 500 yards. We got 4,300 yards passing. Realistic receiving numbers. I like that. I'm gonna 1,200 yards. Okay, I'll give Diggs 1,200 yards. I was thinking between 12 to 14, maybe 15, because John Brown alone had 1,000 last year, and Diggs is the more superior receiver, so he should squeeze out another 400 or 500 yards. So 1,200 yards, I like it. 4,300 yards is very realistic, 100%. No other ways around it. No other ways around it. Kingpin with the breakdown. Kingpin sometimes comes in and, you know what I mean? It gives him time. Sometimes I fire him up. I say some things that makes him really pissed off. He's like, oh, yeah? Let me check my phone. Let me check this and me. Got him. And he comes in for me. That's my man. That's my guy. Martin Bradstreet. We were 5-2 in 2011 and end up 7-9. That's all over with and part of being the inglorious past that after this year, we will find it even easier to forget about because of the great times ahead. Absolutely, man. I don't know what the hell a nice womb room is, but okay. Canada, they all live next to our border. Yes, we certainly do. Yes, we certainly do. Martin Bradstreet, Rico is our QB here in the cybersphere of Bills football, and he's my perpetual league MVP. League MVP, let's calm down on that. You guys already know how I feel about that. Stop with the whole league MVP bull. Let him get to a Pro Bowl first. Let him get Pro Bowl numbers, because you ain't getting no damn MVP with 3,000 yards passing. Okay, let's keep it a buck here. Let's keep it a buck. Pro Bowl, sure, I'm with that. He should take the next leap to become a Pro Bowler. I'm with that. Especially with Tom Brady out in the NFC, it opens up a lot of things up in the AFC. So we'll see. The pressure's going to be on. MVP, let's relax. En français, on dit on se calme. Let's relax. Okay? Rico, in your opinion, who's leading the Bills with sacks this season and how many? Mario Addison. I think Mario Addison will continue to be fantastic. I think he'll come in and lead our team in sacks. Who should come in and really put something up should be Jerry Hughes. But my guy Jerry Hughes has been kind of he's been regressing. So Mario Addison comes in. I think he does a fantastic job. And then we'll see what my guy Mr. Oliver does. We'll see. Going into year 2, we got Harrison Phillips coming back. We're gonna find out, but I think who leads it is definitely gonna be our guy. Whose beard? You talking about Kingpin's beard? Kingpin is the GOAT. He loves his JA energy. Listen, man, Kingpin is one of those guys where when he's very passionate about something, and when he's passionate about something, he locks in. And you ain't getting him off of it. And he'll try to convince you. He'll beat you down with his thought process until you're like, okay, fine. Not this guy. Not this guy. I'm stubborn as hell, boy. Real stubborn. But when he does his research and he puts the work in, he's compelling. He will sway a lot of you guys. He can make a case for Frank Gore to come back to the Bills and lead these guys in the rushing attack. That's how much he could convince a whole bunch of y'all. I don't buy it. Watching Rico after games is the best. Ben Johnson, you know what it is, man. My energy's there. It's got to be. That's the big thing about it, man. Oh, womb broom is a nickname for a beard. Oh, my bad, man. I never heard of that. Y'all, your boy's trying to put a little something. He's trying to put a little something. This whole COVID situation got your boy just, you know what I mean? Let me see what I got. I'm gonna just let me let it push it. If I can put a little something, and then we'll see what goes, man. I don't got a womb broom like my guy Pierre. My man's got a big old womb broom. I've never heard that before. Womb broom? Golly. Sounds sexy. Pierre MVP numbers. Boy, y'all better stop, man. So Pierre comes up. He says Diggs with 9 touchdowns, Cole with 8, Brown with 6, Knox with 5, Devin and Moss with 2 total. Rest of the team 4 total, 35 passing touchdowns, realistic numbers. So 4,300 yards. Oh, you know what Pierre's doing. I know what Pierre's doing. Pierre think he's so slick, right? He's breaking things down, right? So he'll get you guys saying, yeah, you're right, realistic. Yeah, yeah, keep going. And then he'll say, oh, by the way, the MVP for in 2011 was blah, blah, blah. And he had 4,300 yards, 35 touchdown passes, and da-da-da, and he was a league MVP. So what are you talking about? Boy, I know what you're doing. I know you. You're not slick. You're not slick. Looking sharp, Rico. I appreciate that. Yo, Pierre, you're not slick, boy. I know you so well. I've known you for 7 years, bro. We run this thing together. Buffalo Fanatics is what we do. You don't think that we've been talking to each other for years? I know how you think. You think you slick. Boy, you better stop, man. Josh Allen, 4,300 yards, 35 passing touchdowns, 10 rushing TDs, all realistic numbers. Josh Allen for MVP. Don't play with me, sucker. I know you. I know you, bro. I know how you think. I know how you think. MVP back. Yo, Bills guys, don't give him this. Don't give him the energy. He knows. I'm all over you. I know how you think. You think you can sucker your way through and say, "Oh, gotcha." I've been part of this game before. But hey, listen. 4,300 yards, and let's put the jokes aside. 4,300 yards, legitimate. He should be able to do that. It's 255 yards, 260 yards a game, 260, not even. He should be able to do that. 35 touchdowns. Now, when I look at what he broke it down, let me just break down what he put, right? Let me go back to Mr. Pierre the Kingpin. So you got 9 touchdowns to Diggs and 8 to Cole and 6 to Brown. So that right there, not sure. Right? 35 altogether should get him in Pro Bowl conversation. But 9, 8, 6, 5. I could rock with it. But I'm not sure Cole Beasley with 8 touchdowns. I don't know. I'm not sure. But however you want to flip it. If he gives us those numbers, I am all for it. I will be screaming at the rooftops. Haha, that's too funny. Yeah, because Pierre think he's slick. Look at him. He think he's slick. You think you're slick. I got you, man. I know you too well. One Punch Man says Josh Allen injured for the season. Week 2, Cam Newton signs up. Man, don't put that negative energy. Yo, get that out of here, man. Let me get that off my screen. Get that out of here, man. We don't want that. Back up with that. The Warrior 776 says, I'm going to say right now, the path to the Super Bowl hasn't been this clear for us since we had Jim Kelly as QB. Is the path really that clear, though? Really, though? Because you got to go up against the likes of former MVP Lamar Jackson. You got to go against Pat Mahomes. You got Big Ben coming back. You got Drew Brees still there. You got Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Who else is like a prominent QB? Like on the top of my head, I'm not really thinking right now, but you got some talented guys that are out there. So it's not as clear as we'd like it to be. Like Denver's got a squad out there. Man. So there's some teams that have done some major improvements. Tennessee Titans, they got a little squad out there. So we'll soon find out. We'll soon find out what's good. But I'm confident that we will have a solid season. And I really hope that things clear up and we're able to watch these games and go to the games and do all that good stuff. And the fact that 7 teams making to the playoffs, we are making the playoffs, damn it. Barring any injuries, we are making the playoffs. We just can't just go to the playoffs and be one and done. We have to propel ourselves to the next level. We have to. We've got to beat the first team that we play. It doesn't matter who. We gotta get past that. Not only to get the monkey off our back of never getting out of the first round in such a long time. This is what, 99? Before that, 96? You know what I'm saying? We can't have that no more. We need to take it through the playoffs to the Super Bowl. We have the team that can do it, man. We have the defense. We just got to make sure that Brian Daboll has these boys lined up and ready to go and putting points on the board. Because 19 points a game, 17 to 19 points a game is not going to cut it. Not going to cut it. Points need to be put on the board. Right? F field goals, man. We're not about field goals. We're about putting touchdowns on the board. Period. AJ Ampere says, should the Bills run more of a game manager style QB or more of a modern West Coast spread offense? No more game manager. Josh Allen's not a game manager. Like, he's a game takeover type guy. Can be. At least he can be. Game manager, not for him. Because he likes it. Like, if he's, you heard it with his own mouth. Checkdowns? No. I'm not taking no damn checkdowns. Yo, 3rd and 6. If I can hit you for 17 yards, I'm taking that shit. That's Josh Allen for you. And that's the guy that we like. We just need him to improve on his deep ball game. I'm telling you right now, if he improves on his deep ball games, his deep balls, his accuracy downfield, we're going to be a potent offense. We're going to be a potent offense. That part of his game, which we thought was going to be the best part of his game, hasn't quite clicked. Hasn't clicked yet. We're waiting for it to click. And if it does, yo, sky's the limit. And we have the receiver to get him that opportunity. Stephon Diggs is a route running tactician. He won't listen, man. My man, I think it was Bobby. I don't know. Somebody in the group chat put a clip of Stephon Diggs going up against Trey White. Boy, he deked Trey White out of his cleats, wide open. Listen, man, the work is going to be put in with Stephon Diggs. I'm excited for it. Do me a favor, real quick, people. Smash that like button real quick. If you're new to this page, follow, subscribe, and if you don't want to miss a beat as to when we go live, hit that notification bell. We'll call it the what do you want to call it? The Bing Squad. We already got the Bing Squad, right? The notification gang. I don't know, but y'all gotta click that so that way you guys do not miss any of these videos. So do me a favor, smash that like, hit that subscribe. Forget about if he does. It's over everyone. Listen, man. We wait on that. Why do you think Allen gets so much hate in the media and other fan bases in general? Why does he get hate in the media? It's hard to explain why he gets the hate. I don't know if it's hate. I don't want to say they hate on him, but like it's like you got drafted 7th overall and you haven't really shown us that, you know what I mean, like to take over a game. He hasn't taken over a game like to like really like that's that guy. The best game that Allen's played that showed us like, okay, we got some, to me, in my opinion, was the Dallas Cowboys game. You went up against a decent defense. The lights are on you, and you took full advantage of it. In that play, I keep going back to that play. It's like 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. QB sneak. He can't get there. He says, you know what? Let me get my man on. Turns on the truck stick and stretches over that and gets that first down. Yo, that heart, that determination, that to me that's his best game. So if he can give us that type of gameplay, it's over with, man. It'd be nice. We're waiting for that. But why he gets the hate, I don't know, man. It's I don't know. Maybe it's because he plays on the Bills. Maybe what if we put him on? I don't know. We put him in Oakland. Would he get as much hate or would he get a lot of love? Too much love. Who knows, man? I don't know what it is about Buffalo, man, but people just don't like to give Buffalo credit. And then when they do, it's like a backhand compliment. Who likes a backhand compliment? Yeah, they're a good team, but, the AFC East is, it's kind of trash. They're going to win the AFC East, but the AFC East is kind of trash. Like, you know what I mean? Tom Brady's gone, so, and Josh, like, only now he's starting to get love, like, a little bit, but they still kind of hate because they're just unsure. It's not that they hate on the guy. They're just unsure about him. They don't know. They don't want to be stuck with the shit, I was wrong. So they hedge their bets a little bit. He's good, but there's some guys that go out on a limb and say, yo, I like this guy. He's going to be nice. Adam Sheen seems to like him a lot. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We shall see. It's like, see, my man Steve, you said it right. It's like they are holding their noses while they say it. Absolutely. It's true. It's a backhanded compliment. But like when he takes his leap this year, which I hope it does, that's when they're going to be like, yo, man, he's nice. I always knew Josh Allen was nice, but shut your ass up, man. It's Buffalo versus everybody. And it's Josh Allen versus everybody too, from the looks of it. It's clear hate because Kyler, Drew Lock, Baker, Darnold, insert young QB, get all the excuses made. Yet Allen needs to be the one that needs to make salad out of chicken shit. Time to shock the world. There goes my man Pierre. But he's not wrong. Pierre's not wrong. Although I like Kyler Murray. Love that. I love that dude, man. I love his game. But all these other guys and the one that kills me the most is Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, I honestly don't see anything special about Sam Darnold. That's just me, though. But they love to include Sam Darnold in all this conversation. But we'll soon find out what's really good because they finally started to give this guy some help on the offensive line. They gave him some help in the receiving room. So we're going to find out what's really good. But guess what? We did the same damn thing. So let's go. So, that being said, Chris Sims is great. And he loves Josh Allen as well. Happy birthday next week, Lem Brown. Oh, shit, my man, Lem Brown's your birthday? Bon fête. Happy birthday, my guy. Those are the great gifts from your wife. Hats off to her and a great gift-giving Bills fan. I like that, man. Lem Brown. You're. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show. Pardon me. I hope that I entertained you enough, gave you good chatter. I hope that I brought the energy. Because I like doing this, man. I can't, like, doing it late night is cool. But this is my element. And wait till the season starts, man. We're gonna get after it. I got a video coming out in the next 24 to 48 hours right now. It's being worked on, it's being edited on, and I'm gonna be dropping it. I had a Twitter follower by the name, I gotta give him a shout out. By the name of, where I wrote that, it's Peter Thiel. Pateski 00. Pateski 00. He asked me to give him my top 10 players of the drought. Ooh, I had a hard time. Let me tell you, I had a hard time doing this, man. Because I'm like, yo, I could easily do that. Here we go. Eric Moulds. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, Kyle Wood. Shoot, I can't. Those guys actually made the playoffs. I got to remove those. So then I'm like, oh, this is getting a little tougher now. So that video is coming out. It's fun. I dropped my top 10, and I tried to put it in order as best I could. Because I could have easily just named 10 and just call it a day. But I ranked them. Y'all might disagree with me. I feel like giving you guys a sneak peek of one player that I put on there. I will do it. I'm going to give you guys one player that I put on that list. But before I do, one player from the drought, I want y'all to give me you guys' names, and I'll see if any of you guys say the name that's in my head right now that I'm about to put out there. One player from the drought from 2001 to 2016, right? So that drought time, or 2000 to 2016, whatever you guys want to call it, right? Which player do you think I'm thinking right now that I put in my top 10? Who is it? Who you guys got? And it might be a player that we both are thinking right now. Who y'all got? Waiting for it. Stevie Johnson? Fred X? So, okay. That's not the person that's in my head right now. Kyle Williams made the playoffs. I can't put him in there. Kyle Williams made the playoffs. I can't put him in there. Eric Moulds, playoffs. Ooh, you know what's funny? I'm a disclaimer right now. Shady didn't make my list. Shady did not make my list. So the question is, let me repeat the question. Somebody on my Twitter, one of my Twitter followers, Peter Thiel, he asked me, give me your top 10 players from the drought, meaning player that did not make the playoffs from the drought. So from what, 2000 to 2017, 2016. Bledsoe was not one of the players, and Bledsoe was not on my list. Ooh, okay, just to give you an idea. You know what though, Brian Browers. This is one name that I messed around with and I did not put him on my list, and he should be an honorable mention. But I didn't put Ruben Brown on my list. Roscoe Parrish, boy, you tripping? Okay, I know you tripping because you're laughing at that. Yo, you guys aren't saying it? Yo, I'm gonna give you a couple more, and I gotta say it. Aaron Williams, nope. Ben Johnson, yes. Terrence McGee. Terrence McGee was one of my. I like Terrence McGee. He made my list. He made my list. Straight up, man. Straight up. He made my list. Are y'all good with that? If Terrence McGee is in the top 10, do you agree, disagree? You guys are gonna love this video, man. Y'all gonna love this video. Cause I had a lot of fun doing it. And I'm hoping to put it out in the next couple days. So be on the lookout for that. But ladies and gentlemen, I had fun today, man. Terrence McGee did not make the playoffs. Terrence McGee did not make the playoffs. I don't remember Terrence McGee. When did Terrence McGee make the playoffs? Nah, he did not. Did he? No. No. I don't think Terrence McGee made the playoffs. Yo, you gonna make me freaking mess my list up, man. Tomorrow live, live or not, I'm trying to do a live. Yo, you know what? Actually, Bills guys. If we can try to get together tomorrow, shoot, we might make a little something happen, man. I was trying to get Jay Spence, and maybe I can get a little slew. Yo, we're gonna talk it up. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hey, I can't even talk. Appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in. Is always love it. Like interacting with y'all, man. Shout out to my guy Bobby. By the way, can't leave without giving him a shout out. We have reached another milestone. Instagram has reached over 70,000 followers. That is craziness. That's crazy. 70,000 people. Think about it. 70,000 people like what we do. And that's on Instagram alone. Appreciate that. And you know what? The man behind the scenes is the one that should be getting the credit. He never wants to show his face whatsoever. I don't know why, but he should. Because what he does is very much appreciated. A lot of people, they rely on the Buffalo Fanatics to give you guys the updates on everything. So, we'll go from there, man. My man said Rico for Prez. No thanks. Corey Buffalo, salute. So, my guy said he put his name as Bills Guys, and he puts my name as Muhammad Abdi. Muhammad! Appreciate you, though. But I got to talk to my Bills guys anyway, so we'll go from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate the love. Appreciate everything you guys do for us. And keep tuning into Buffalo Fanatics. Show love to my crew. Joe Miller, Jay Spence, the Bills guys, Casey Reed, Adam and Nate, Clay in the film room, the whole shebang. We're bringing it all to you, and we putting out written pieces. You see the Madden. We put it on Madden every Sunday. Yo, man. We're trying to give you guys as much as possible in these off-season times, man, because this is when it's dry. So the more that we can do, the better. So, the fake Bills guys, man, you killed me, bro. I got trolled on my own thing. You trolled me, bro. Anyway, so you guys have a fantastic night. I'm about to jump into a little bit of Grey Goose. I had somebody challenge me. I did a 3-shot challenge the other day. And they challenged me, said, man, you did 3 shots? That's nothing, man. You got to do 6. I said, hey, bring that ass. I'm going to show you how it's done. So that being said, I'm about to hit that juice, and then we'll go from there, man. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all have been great. It's been cool, and I might see you guys tomorrow night. Be on the lookout for that video, and it's good like that. So it's the Buffalo Fanatics. It's always Buffalo versus everybody. Y'all know what it is. The t-shirts are out. Buffalogo.com. Go cop your shirts right there. It's back. We brought it out of retirement. Don't be silly. Go do that. So appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. And it's your boy. Ooh, it's been a while since I've done it. Let me try one more time. And it's your boy. And I'm gone.